Alright, I'm back. 4K Frank is back. It's been a while. Seeking ye shall find. Patience is a virtue. Oppenheimer on Steelbook. It was a Best Buy exclusive and caught it on Walmart. Walmart.com. So, I think I have 3 copies of this for some reason. And did win Best Picture, which wasn't a surprise. American Fiction was nominated, didn't get too much attention, but that would be the movie that I would hope would upset Oppenheimer, but didn't. I loved that movie. Saw all of them except for the one about Auschwitz. Can't remember the title right now. Still thinking of the title. Anyway. Okay, so Christopher Nolan, I'm done with his movies. I did think this movie was good, but I couldn't hear, again, what people were saying some of the time because the background noise and music was so loud, and it's done on purpose. He's been doing it since The Dark Knight Rises. Tenet was the worst. You can't understand what they're saying throughout the whole movie in Tenet. You have to use the subtitles. Have to use a subtitle sometimes with this one, so it's annoying, and it's not good filmmaking in my opinion. I think it's distracting and ridiculous. Anyways, I'm reading American Prometheus about this, and it's really good. So the movie based it on the book, and you know, I'll watch it again. It's definitely awesome. You know, with the story of Oppenheimer. So another Walmart grab. Steelbook, All Quiet on the Western Front, Netflix movie, I believe from last year. And I have the Digibook, which I bought when this first came out, and I still haven't watched it. I'm freaking terrified to watch this movie. And, because it, you know, gonna have to prepare myself like I'm gonna see Saving Private Ryan again or something. So, it's a violent movie, from what I understand, but sometimes necessary to show. And World War I, you know, was one of those wars where you get poisoned in the trenches with dead bodies and rats. I mean, terrible stuff. So, Walmart again. And this is the best spoof of a biopic movie ever. I mean, it's just a typical biopic with comedy thrown in. And I went to see the Bob Marley one, and it was the same formula as Walk Hard, The Doors, Walk the Line, you know, and they just, One Love is what it was called, and the actor did really good, but it was just the same kind of story, and I like the records on here. Awesome. I don't know that actress's name from The Office is in it, and she is stunningly beautiful in this, so cool inside artwork. Can't wait to see this again. It's been years. Rosemary's Baby. Still haven't seen this movie, but it was really cheap on 4K, like $12.99, so I figured why not. And famous director, can't remember anyone's name. The movie I was thinking of was Zone of Interest. I haven't seen that one. That's the only Best Picture movie I haven't seen. And this is directed by Roman Polanski. There you go. There was a movie called Mother that came out a while back with Jennifer Lawrence that is supposedly similar to it, and I hated that movie. I thought it was terrible, but I'll give this one a try. Alright, Inglourious Bastards, Quentin Tarantino. Of course, always great dialogue with little action. In this one, very violent, of course. Talking to a friend of mine who hates Tarantino and brought up a good point. I still like Tarantino, but he was basically saying that all his movies are basically the same. Good dialogue with a little bit of violence in between. Guess he had a point, just like the same movie in different situations. But this is kind of a history fantasy, Inglourious Bastards. I picked up all 3 of the new, not new, but James Cameron films that had been out of print for a long time, especially True Lies, which I did pick up a copy of in Tuna Train, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that one, but anyways, glad to get these on 4K. Awesome movie. Great action flick from the 90s. Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Pretty basic right there, but can't wait to see it on 4K. And Tom Arnold, hilarious in this. And this one, The Abyss, I have on DVD, upgraded to 4K. Couldn't help myself. And I have not seen this movie in such a long time. I think it was available on Tuna Train, but I'm glad I didn't get it, you know. So there you go. Great underwater stuff. And speaking of underwater movie that was really good, Kristen Stewart, right, is in a movie called Underwater, very similar to this, which is really good and underrated, I think. Aliens. Dominican Scott does not like this film, and I think you should give it another try if you're watching. This is, of course, not as good as Alien from 1979, and I think the character that steals the show in this one is the Bill Paxton character. Just has great lines in it. Always freaking out about something, you know. Understandably. There's freaking aliens after you. And the final fight scene is awesome as well, I think. And it's been a while. Gonna check this out. Looney Tunes Collector's Choice Volume 2. I have some of these on DVD, but this is Blu-ray and it was on Amazon for a good price, so you never know if they're going to want to cancel these too. The World War II era Looney Tunes, which I doubt are on here, are definitely, you just have to see them, they're crazy. Anyways, Looney Tunes Volume 2, watched these all the time when I was a kid on Saturday morning. This came for cheap. Fargo. Speaking of the Oscars, the movie that lost to The English Patient in 1994, I want to say. And looking back, I mean, this definitely should have won. Coen Brothers film. And English Patient has not dated well. So. Alright guys, that is it for this one. Have a good one, and thanks for watching.